Hi, I'm Katrina Wynne, and I'm the person who developed Sentient Clearing. But I had a lot of help. So it started with my studies with John Newton, who does Health Beyond Belief. That was back in 2018. And what drew me to that work is that I'd always been what one might call an energy worker of some sort or another, studied with a variety of people. And I very much liked the way John Newton was able to bring it back into an awareness of the sentient body. He didn't really use that word, but I actually studied process work psychology for over 20 years and definitely understand the way the body can communicate, especially through dream body work. So, sentient clearing brings in the clearing skills that I learned from John Newton, as well as the sentient awareness of the way the body communicates. So that's a little history. But what are we actually doing with the sentient clearing? It's hard to put into words because my words are speaking to your mind, what Dr. Sue Morter in the Energy Codes calls the protective personality, our ego, right? It wants to understand everything. It wants to protect us from harm. And so what happens epigenetically is we, in our very DNA, have memories that are passed on, not only from this lifetime, but from our ancestors, our family, things that could have happened centuries ago or even further. So what we're doing is we're recognizing how the cellular memory is carrying that trauma, but the body tells us what memory it's ready to dissolve or resolve in some way or another. And it does not involve the mind. Yes, that's the hardest part of this work. I think it's the one place that people get a little discouraged sometimes because we're not using the mind, we're using body language. We're allowing the body to speak for itself through little pictures or memories that come to the surface, which may make no sense whatsoever. So it's very mysterious. But what clients have told me, as well as the people who've worked with John Newton and the classes I've studied with him over these many years, is that it does assist us not only in resolving this trauma from the past, but finding more peace in the present. I'd like to share some words from John Newton. This work is about resolving and resetting our nervous system so we can come from our heart and come from our truth and live the life we're here to live. Yeah, that's so beautiful. That's exactly what we're doing. So the protective personality wants to keep us in a little box of the known and the safe, which is keeping us from a lot of experiences and causing us to repeat things from our past that we've already pretty well determined we're not so happy with. So what we're doing is we're dissolving and resolving the old beliefs and the traumas that keep us in that box so we can be our complete and whole and true selves. Yeah, so that's a big order. And for some people it can happen very quickly. For some people we need to work through layers upon layers and going further and further back into our ancestry. So it's a beautiful undertaking. And one thing I want to add is that when you're doing this, you're not doing it just for yourself. You're doing it for all your relations, all our relations. And the further back we can go in resolving our traumas, imagine all the people and entities that it affects moving forward in time. In fact, I had one client who sent me an email the next day and said she had had a dream. And in the dream, her ancestors had come to her and thanked her for doing the work. Yeah, so it works in mysterious ways. It's a well-being service. Yeah. So I hope you give it a try. I try to offer various times for opportunities for people in different parts of the world, different time zones. And I very much would enjoy meeting you and being able to share this service with you. Sentient Clearing.